Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've been having a bit of a funny half hour. Started filming with no lights on at all, so you couldn't see what I'd done, and made a couple of naff decisions, and I've decided to come back. Oh, and also managed to cut through several thicknesses of paper when I was just trying to take this one page out. So I've had to go through and mend quite a few pages. I quite like the look of that. I've used fabric tape because it's quite strong. Today I'm working on pages 10 and 11. And this is not a book, this is a challenge, is the name of this page. I've already done the second part of the challenge, which was make this page as small as possible. And after trying out a couple of different ideas with folding and things, I decided the easiest thing was just to cut it down to a very small page. It's starting to get a little bit frustrating with this book that you can't cut the pages and things without interfering with a previous or subsequent page. So that's what happened with this one. In order to cut this page down, I had to cut a piece out of this challenge. So what I've done is I've cut it out and I'm going to clip it on there so that I don't lose it, and keep that until I come to this page a bit later on. So I've done the second part of the challenge. I'm just going to add a bit of colour to that, probably a bright yellow, because I always like yellow with black and grey like that. And now I'm going to do this one. The first part of the challenge is to make this page as big as possible. So I've got this lovely yellow and white striped scrapbook paper, and what I'm going to do is fold it into one of these. It's called a Turkish map fold. And you just start with a square, any size square, obviously doesn't matter, and then once you've folded it all up, you can do, this is what I'm going to do, you can fold it over like that so that it looks like an envelope, stick it down, and then you can open it out to reveal the big square. And I think what I'm probably going to do is write the word big in huge letters and paint it in, but we'll see. Let's get the folding part done first. Put the book out of the way while I do the fold. So this is a pretty easy fold. You start with the square in that orientation, like a diamond shape, and you fold it point to point, so you end up with a nice diagonal fold. And you're sure you've got the fold in the right place, use a bone folder or a ruler or your thumbnail or something just to make a nice crisp fold. Turn it round, fold it diagonally in the opposite direction. Now this paper is quite thick and doesn't really like folding like this too much, so it will crack a little bit. Thinner paper does fold better, but for my purposes here it's not going to matter. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and have it facing me in that orientation, and I'm going to fold it horizontally. Okay, I've turned it again, and now I'm just going to pop it from underneath. It sort of pops up like that, so you can see it's almost trying to fold all by itself, so you just fold it in like that to give you a nice triangle, and again give it a good press down with something so you can see what I mean there, that paper's cracking. I'm going to fold these over so that I've got a middle fold. So let's see what I'm doing. Right, so now we've got this sort of effect. And what I'm going to do is take this top layer and fold the point in towards the centre, like that. And this one, turn it over and the same thing on the other side. Done everything accurately, those would meet up perfectly, but quite hard work to fold now, this. Okay. And lastly, this is kind of the trickiest bit, but it's not really that tricky. I'm going to open each of these points out, and I'm going to follow the folds that I've got there, but I'm going to reverse them. So I'm just going to push that one in like that. And just, you need to do it quite slowly and gently, just coax it into place like that. And another burnish with my bone folder, paper folder. So just open it out, follow the folds that you've made, but like just coax them to go in the opposite direction, like that. And the same on the other side. That's it, nearly done now. You can also make several of these little folds and stick them together and make a little mini album out of them. Lots of tutorials on YouTube showing you how to do that. That's my fold done. I'm going to just fold this point down as well, just to make it look kind of like an envelope. And I want to press this down really well because I don't want it too fat in my book. That's it. I was thinking of using a bit of a Velcro dot or something to hold that closed. So let's have a look. What we'll end up doing is sticking it in the page like that. I'll probably put number 1 on there because it's challenge number 1. Open it up like that. It will be adhered by this portion only. So let's just hold that down. And then you can, oops, open it up like that. And then I'll have the word big painted in great big, that's black letters. Okay, now if I'm going to paint it, I'm better off to paint it before I stick it in the book, of course. So let's pencil out what we're going to do. I'm going to use this bright yellow and black, and I'm going to get on and paint this, and I'll come back and I'll speed through it and come back and see you at the other end. Okay, so that's done. I might think about putting some white stripes on that later on. I could just use a paint marker for that probably. But for now I'm just going to let that dry. Okay, so I've got my I've done my little small page. I've coloured that yellow as well with some of the leftover paint. I've got my Turkish map fold here ready with big painted inside. I'm going to stick that down now, and I'm going to, rather than the Velcro dot, which will give it even more bulk, I'm going to stick a bit of twine in as I glue the map fold in. Let's put a little dab there to hold it. It's starting to get a little bit the worse for wear now, this book, isn't it? I like it once it starts to look like that. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to glue this in as well. That's quite good, isn't it? I like it. I wonder if I should number them 1 and 2. All little stickers need using up. So that's number 2. And this is number 1. Where shall I put that? Here, here, I think. There we are. Yeah, I think I'm done with them. So that is pages 10 and 11. This is not a book, this is a challenge. Part 1, make this page as big as possible. Part 2, make this page as small as possible. So there's my small page. Let's see the big reveal. How is the big page looking? It's big. It's really big, and it's really bold, and it's really bright. Oh, I love that. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's me done for today. Thank you very much for watching again. I will put this in the This Is Not a Book playlist. All of the others will be there as well if you've missed any, and I'll see you again soon for the next one. Bye!